Tap that screen. Good morning, good morning. Come in, share the good vibes. You know it's Dr. Sean, all the way live. This is a Hood to Hooded podcast on this Monday morning. Come in, tap the screen. Make sure you following me, Dr. Cheetah's Sunflower, and we back with another live video. We are here every day, 8 a.m. for the Hood to Hooded podcast. So if you're not about elevating, you're not about, growing, accomplishing your goals, keep strolling. Keep strolling. This is a no judgment zone. Positive vibes on us. So if you woke up in a bad mood, you ain't got nothing positive to say, keep strolling. What's up, family? What's up? If you watching me on, let's see here. Gotta get my cameras right. You guys know I'm a one-person show, so I be having to make sure the sound is right. So if you in the building, tap the screen and let me know the sound is good. Let me know that we rocking. Let me know how you feeling today. Good morning to my TikTok fam. My voice is kind of close. I like the artwork in the back. Thank you. That is New York City. My favorite city ever. A piss test not on that this morning. What? You gotta take a piss test? I hope you ain't been smoking. Hey, I hope you ain't been smoking. Whoa, 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 whoa. I hope you ain't been smoking. Yeah, I hope you ain't been choking on that gas. If you got a piss test, cause you ain't gon' pass. Yeah. Tell them, y'all. I hope you ain't been smoking. They got so many ways around it though, so especially nowadays. Alright. We're just doing a check to make sure everybody is with us this morning. Make sure my crew on Twitch can find us. So today we got a good stream lined up. Yeah. I gotta make sure the tribe can find us. Cause today we got a pretty good lineup. Yeah. Oh, it feels like I need to get in the studio. I'm on a vibe right now. Hype me up right now. It's going down. Alright, just gotta check. Okay, we good to go on YouTube. Perfect. So welcome back to another day of the Hood. Somebody said, hey. Y'all don't know I be in that studio. Go check out my song called Shut the Fuck Up. It's my birthday. Thank you, DJ, for being the #1 heart pumper. Yeah, we gonna move on because I ain't in the mood to rap right. Let me stop. Alright, so guys, today we have day 7 of the Hood to Hooded Consistency Challenge. If you watching on TikTok, thank you for pumping the hearts. Make sure you hit that heart me at the top, the little orange heart right here. Send me a heart me, alright? And again, this is about positive vibes only, man. Positive vibes only. So today's stream is about oral cancer, motivation, and you know we're going to talk about some Niiji sovereignty today. It's Monday. I hope you guys woke up, if you in my time zone, in a good mood. And if you did, hopefully by the time of this stream, you will be in a good mood. And if you can't stay, show some love. Tap the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you're watching this on the replay, I send you love as well. All right. So again, the theme today is oral cancer awareness because most people don't know about that. And I just had a smoker in here talking about the P-test, so this is a good screen for you. Dreamer mindset, because we always want to be in the mindset to accomplish our goals and follow our dreams. Whatever your dream may be, only you know what your dream is. Okay? Only you. Nobody can tell you what your dream is. Only you can figure that out. Alright, and then Niiji sovereignty. So I see yo to all my Niiji in the building. You know y'all are so amazing in this time that we living in. Just standing in the truth, standing up to trolls, because they come from everywhere be trying to tell you who you is and they don't even know you. I see it. It started on my page on TikTok a little bit. You know, I have the Native Americans, not the American Indians, come try to tell me who I am. But we're not having that. So we're going to talk about a little Niiji sovereignty so we can all get caught up with what's going on. And we're not following outdated information. Alright? So welcome to day 7 of the Consistency Project. Today we start with awareness, motivation, and like I said, sovereignty. These are the 3 pillars for a strong week. Okay, guys? And in case you didn't know, October is Oral Cancer Awareness Month. So what is the perfect day to let you guys know what it is and what you need to look out for, even with you or your family. Alright? So get you something to sip on. As long as you ain't sipping on that syrup early this morning. And I wish there was a way I can hide my view counts. I don't really want to see my views on TikTok. It's a distraction for me. Alright. So create a clip. Oral cancer doesn't make appointments. It shows up uninvited in your life. If you don't check it early, it can steal your future. So we're going to break down 5 stats that should alarm you enough to get it checked out today if you have the signs and symptoms of oral cancer. Normally you'll notice lesions that don't heal in your mouth. More than likely it starts under the tongue. So when you go to get your 6-month checkup, make sure your dentist is doing the oral cancer screening. And if you don't know, ask them, hey doc, did you do my oral cancer screening? Because a lot of them like to play around with your life and they don't check for this. I tell you guys, most of my patients say, hey, I never had an oral cancer screening done at the dentist. But see, I went to Meharry, you know, Meharry made, and we don't play that ish. This is mandatory when I see you. So make sure they're checking under your tongue, checking your mouth, asking you about sores that may not be going away. Ulcers, sores. Cannot talk this morning. Cannot talk. And if you just coming in, like I said, my name is Dr. Chiefest Sunflower, aka Dr. Sean, the Motivational Dentist. Welcome to the tribe. If you don't know about me, you can find out all of my links on my bio. Just hit that link tree. You can join the Discord. You can join Twitch. You can find anything you need to find to help you navigate this hood to hooded journey if you join in the tribe. This podcast, our audience, our community is about positivity, inspiration, knowledge to help us stay motivated and growing. All right? So let's go into the stats about oral cancer awareness. These are vital stats that should alarm you guys. And we almost to 1K hearts on Twitch. Y'all doing it up. We might have to set a new goal of 1,500. Because y'all showed out. Somebody showed out. And I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Let me see if I can see who showed out. I'm still trying to learn this Twitch live. But we're not going to learn it right now. Alright, so the first stat that we're going to touch on this morning is 59,660 new cases of oral and throat cancer are expected in the U.S. in 2025. So that's almost 60,000 people will have oral cancer. And it's so crazy that it's also breast cancer awareness month. And a lot of us have family members, friends who we have lost to breast cancer. So it's basically a month where we're getting your oral health in check, even checking your breast. Even men can get breast cancer. So some people don't know that. But we're going to stay on oral cancer for right now. All right? So that's alarming. 60,000 people expected to get oral cancer. And, you just never know who. Another statistic, 12,770 people are expected to die from oral cancer this year alone. Almost 13,000 people. Thank you for following Famous D4. I really appreciate it. Yeah, go ahead and hit that follow button, tap those hearts, because we learning, we growing, and we educating today. Okay? The number 3 stat that we're going to touch on for oral cancer is 1 in 5 cases strikes people under 55 years old. 1 in 5 strikes people under 55 years old. So don't think that this is just some old person's disease. Don't think that this just impacts the elderly. This can impact people under 55, especially if you smoke nicotine. All right? Number 4, for the men out there, men are twice as likely as women to get oral cancer. 2 times as likely. Men. 2 times more likely to get oral cancer. Now that is crazy. It really is. And the number 5 statistic is human papillomavirus related oral cancers are rising 1% each year. It's not slowing down. So what are the warning signs? If you have persistent sores in your mouth, red, white patches in your mouth, difficulty swallowing, or even lumps in your mouth, you want to get this checked out ASAP. And if you are a smoker, you definitely want to check it out. Just like if you're a woman or a man, you really want to do your breast exams every month to check for those lumps. Because the earlier you find it, the better. I have had patients in the office where I have detected oral cancer and we caught it in time. But I've also had patients come to me where they didn't know that they had it, and by the time I'm seeing them, it's just to get them ready for radiation or chemo, because it has basically disintegrated their mouth, their throat, their tongue. They have difficulty eating. I mean, it is a nightmare to have oral cancer. So you guys, I wanted to start this stream off really strong and let you guys know about these stats, because health is wealth. Okay, health is wealth. It's wealth. No way to put it. So make sure you check on your body physically, mentally, spiritually, and that's what we're doing today. We're getting you in check mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right. So create a clip. Those numbers aren't just stats. They're sirens. Don't wait until your mouth screams for help. Get checked. Your life is depending on it. Even with your oral hygiene, make sure you brush and floss your teeth today. I gotta remind the people in the back to brush and floss your teeth every day and go get it checked out. Earlier, the better. We want to be proactive in this community, not reactive. We don't want to be reactive and wait for pain, wait for something to go down, wait for, our life to be out of check before we get it checked out. Out of check before we get it checked out. Out of check. That didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I got a little trick for that. Boom. Because I don't like to see my viewer count, because it is so distracting. They have it on Twitch where you can hide your viewer count, but on TikTok they need to add that, because I don't like to see how many people viewing. So I just put a little stamp over that, because we ain't focusing on that. I'm here to give you the knowledge and not check the viewer count. You feel me? Make sure you guys can hear me. Tap the screen if you can hear me on TikTok. If you come in the room, tap the screen if you can hear me. In actuality, I could put that mug right there. It's a smart idea. Right there, boom. I hope that's close enough. Let's take this off. Alright, hopefully y'all can hear me. There we go. Alright, so it's not like fumbling around. So again, that's just our oral cancer piece. If you know somebody with this unfortunate disease, then you know that it wreaks havoc on their life. So just go get checked out no matter what, guys. Alright? So we making our way into segment 2 of this morning. And you guys, this is my day 7 of a 365-day consistency challenge. So we have a while to grow and go. I know most people getting ready for work this morning. But, you know, we here checking in. Okay. Alright. So the next segment, we're going to discuss the anatomy of a dreamer. Now, we got a full course on the anatomy of a dreamer on YouTube that you can go check out. But I want to just go over this. So this week we start out knowing that we are dreamers, doers, shakers. We take action. We don't play around, baby. We Niiji. We don't play around. The ancestors built will instill something in our DNA that no one can take away, uncover, denature, none of that. And you got to know that. So when you talk about the anatomy of a dreamer, the anatomy of a dreamer goes deep. And we're going to get into it. Y'all ready to get into it? Tap the hearts, pump the hearts, hit that like button, tap that orange heart at the top if you ready to get into it. And we're going to get into it. These earlier lives are so good because I'm getting into my rhythm and getting rid of my live jitters. You know, getting the show together, streaming on 2 different places. And I'm loving it here. I get up every morning, 8 a.m., ready to rock and roll. Yesterday we talked about AI. We did an AI masterclass. And that's also on YouTube. We talked about different things that can help you with your personal, business, and even dental life that AI can contribute. And your homework yesterday was to download at least one AI app. I recommend ChatGPT or Perplexity. Perplexity is like the new Google, or you can do Notion for your notes, but you know, help us get organized. So we're gonna do a mini anatomy of a dreamer session. All right. So the anatomy of a dreamer starts with your head. Then it goes to your heart, your hands, and your feet. Well, every body part can be something in the anatomy of a dreamer, but we just going to touch on those 4 areas right now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just stay tuned. So when anatomy of a dreamer, they need a clear vision. Their headspace got to be good mentally. You got to have clarity and direction for where you want to go in life. All right, if you don't have any clarity, you don't have any direction, then you kind of really not a dreamer. And if you want to have the anatomy of a dreamer versus the anatomy of a quitter or somebody who is just pessimistic, then you got to have first a clear vision. That's the head. Number 2 with the anatomy of a dreamer is your heart. Is your heart into what you're doing? Is your heart into what you wake up and spend your time on every day? Are you dedicated to it? Are you showing up for yourself every day? So the heart is the passion that you put behind your goals and your dreams. And to go from hood to hood, you know, hood to hood, you guys can see it on TikTok. To go from, let's bring y'all over. To go from hood to hood, you see that? You see that? To go from hood to hood, you got to have that passion, boom. You can't be playing around with your time, playing around with your life. Playing around with people who are toxic to your environment. You can't be wasting time like that. So the anatomy of a dreamer, their heart is full of passion. Okay? They're going to be like, they're going to say why. They're going to ask the questions how, when, what. They're not going to make excuses. You can have every excuse in the book. Everybody has something that they went through that could have been traumatizing, could have made them quit, that makes them want to give up. We lost people. Life, you lose people, you go through things, you lose jobs, you break up, you have bad relationships. Shit happens. But is this enough for you to destroy or toss your passion, your dream in the trash? That's not the anatomy of a dreamer when you make excuses. That's the anatomy of a quitter. So today we are dreamers in this building. We are dreamers on this podcast. We are dreamers in this Hood to Hooded tribe. All right? So if you want to join the tribe, make sure you go hit that link in the bio and follow the map. The next thing in the anatomy of a dreamer is so important. I think people overlook this part. They get the dream. They be like, ooh, I want to do this. They have the passion, meaning they overlook their excuses. They overlook the trauma. They overlook the people in their life telling them that it's impossible, that they can't do it. They overlook that. But guess where they fail at? With the hands. Because in anatomy of a dreamer, their hands are about action. There is no dream without action. There is no future if you're not taking action today. I'm not talking about planning to take action next week. When I said, hey, I want to do the consistency challenge, I couldn't be like, oh, I'm going to do it in 365 days. You got to start now. And you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. This is like my 4th time starting this challenge over. But this is why I'm a dreamer and some people are not. Because some people have been like, oh, I couldn't do it. I failed so many times, I can't even do it. Me, I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm going to take something from what I failed or this mistake or me not pushing through and take it to the next time I try again. It said, if at first you don't succeed, what? Dust yourself off and try again. Good morning. How you doing? Y'all follow Immaculate Nails. She's in New York making them nails pop. Tap those hearts, guys. We're trying to get to 1K hearts this morning. Tap those hearts. Tap those hearts. We almost there. Y'all killing it on TikTok. I can't see on Facebook. I don't know if y'all tapping hearts or on YouTube, but make sure you tapping hearts, sharing the live, even if it's just to your stories, so that other people can find this community. All right. So again, in the anatomy of a dreamer, the hands is so important. Like the hands. I ain't talking about Jamie Foxx song. Please excuse my hands. They just want. Y'all remember that song? Y'all probably don't remember that song. Y'all too young for that. But the hands is the action part of your dreams. I'm good, being very consistent. How are you? Thank you, Immaculate Nails. Yes, I'm being very consistent as well, and I'm so happy that you are also, killing it in the game. We've talked about this last year, how consistency can grow both of our businesses. So I'm excited to see where it's going to take us. So keep being consistent and showing up for yourself, and look how you grow. Look how we've grown. Look how time passes when you practice consistency. That's the key to success, right? It feels so much better when you work on yourself and when you're consistent with yourself. And you don't let nothing stop your joy, steal your joy, stop your dreams, or stop your consistency. Miss you too. I'll be back soon. Trust me, I will be back soon. I had to give myself a little break. I'm all natural right now, but I'll be back with the nails. Probably the new year. All right, so consistency. Action. Your hands is the anatomy of a dreamer. Okay, guys? Your hands have to take action. Now, the final thing that we're going to discuss with the anatomy of a dreamer is your feet. Now, we can break every body part down, the elbows, the knee. We're going to the feet. Because guess what? With your feet, it allows you to lay those bricks one step at a time, because you're building a foundation for your future. This is the consistency. Keeping your feet, your boots on the ground. We ain't talking about the song. I'm talking about your dream. All right. Keep your boots on the ground. We got 1.2K. We met our TikTok goal for the hearts. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Immaculate Nails, for being my #1 heart pumper. Make sure y'all follow her. You heard her. She being consistent, showing up. All right. So, today, as I leave you, well, I'm not leaving yet, but as we close up this part of the segment with the anatomy of a dreamer, with the head, which is the vision, right? The heart, which is where your passion lies. Your hands, because you got to take action. And then your feet, because you must be consistent. If you're not going to be consistent, it is not going to work. I tried it. None of the excuses help when you're not consistent. I mean, be consistent. At points, you must give yourself grace. When I had 2 deaths this year, one of my friend, the other my sister, they stopped me from being consistent. I couldn't show up on the camera, but I gave myself grace and said, I have to start over and just get better every time. So whatever you're going through, start over. Don't be afraid of Genesis. Don't be afraid to start over. Try it again. Whatever you do not give up, because you will not accomplish your goal if you give up. I'm just keeping it real. All right. So I'm gonna give you guys some affirmations to say aloud, and I want you to repeat it either in the spirit or you can, say it aloud for this Monday, because we're gonna start this week off productive, positive, and with our anatomy being that of a dreamer versus that of a quitter. Because around here, we don't quit. We don't quit. Okay? We don't quit. So, the first affirmation is, this week I set new goals with clarity. This week I set new goals with clarity. The second affirmation I want you to say is, my why beats louder than my fears. This is touching on the heart, the passion. My why, the why I'm doing it, beats louder than the fear. So if you have any fears, you got to eliminate those and make the reason why you're doing it be the reason why you're going to push through, period. Before I got into dental school, I was scared as hell. I ain't going to lie. And then when I got in, I got even more terrified. And then when I got on campus, they was like, "Ooh, this is not a joke. You're going to have to study." And they didn't lie. They scared the shit out of me. But guess what? I needed that, because if I wouldn't have been scared, I wouldn't have made it. It's just that crucial and that demanding on your time, on your life. So a little bit of fear, I would call it a little bit of anxiety, but it can't be louder than your why. I wanted to be a doctor more than my fear of being in dental school. You see what I'm saying? So whatever your fear is, eliminate that right now, or at least minimize it. The third affirmation we're going to repeat today is, every small action today builds my empire. So Immaculate Nails, when you're talking about, hey, I've been consistent, this is building your empire. So when we're trying to build an empire, you don't just wake up one day and have an empire unless it got passed down to you. And this Hood to Hood podcast is about coming from the hood to the hooded, so we ain't get shit passed down. Alright? We ain't get nothing passed down. So every action you take today, tomorrow, is going to build towards your empire. And if you're not taking actions today, waking up today, making one step today, then you're not going to build an empire. What you're building is someone else's empire. When you go clock in and you're not thinking about your dreams, you're not thinking about your goals, you don't care about your passion, you don't give a damn about your heart, you don't give a damn about being the anatomy of a dreamer. You building someone else's empire. Just know that. You building an empire, it's just not your own. Does that make sense? We had 2K hearts on TikTok. We doubled our goal. I love y'all, man. Alright, and number 4 affirmation is, consistency is my protest. I will not stop. Do y'all hear that? Consistency is my protest. I will not stop. So don't you ever stop on yourself. Consistency has to be the key to get you to the next level. Even for me showing up on here for 7 days with TikTok, figuring it out, I can see the growth. We started the first day, 0 hearts or something. The second day, 386. Then we hit 1K. Then, it keeps growing the more you show up for yourself and also for your community. So you guys remember that consistency is my protest. So when I want to accomplish something, and I don't really know how I'm going to do it. Consistency has to be the key. You might not have all the parts figured out, but just show up. Show up. You're going to show up and try to show out, but first, show up. And then learn how to show out for yourself. Okay? Now, the CDP ratio is very important. This is a ratio that I created a couple months ago to help us calculate the results that we want in our life. So when you combine your consistency plus discipline and you eliminate the procrastination, this is going to equal successful results. CDP, consistency plus discipline minus procrastination, is a CDP formula, aka ratio. Create a clip. The anatomy of a dreamer is survival training. Alright? The head is for vision. The heart is for passion. The hands are the action. And the feet are for consistency. That's the only body that walks dreams into reality. You must have these a part of your anatomy. If you don't have this as a part of your anatomy, then your dreams may not come true. Because you're not setting your body up, your mind up, your consistency up properly. You must do this. Alright? So yesterday we covered AI tools for note-taking, research, marketing, organization. Our homework from yesterday was to download one AI app and try to use it this week so before we do our free AI masterclass next Sunday live, part 2. And in this masterclass, I will be demonstrating how these tools work. So hopefully you are using at least one in your business or in personal, because they are very, very helpful with all aspects of your business, and don't get left behind. Alright? But try to download one app this week and bring it to next Sunday so that you can bring some experience back so we can grow together. We live at every day, 8 a.m. You'll never know what we're going to talk about on the Hooded Podcast. I like to keep it like that because some days just be chilling. And some days I be with the rah-rah. Like today I'm with the rah-rah. I'm up early because I got patients this morning. And that's okay. That's okay. Alright? So that's the homework. Go ahead and download one AI app today and start using it. Even if you don't start using it, just download it and work on it throughout the week. And just see. Don't be afraid of it. Don't get left behind. Don't be like, oh, AI gonna take my job. AI is still just a computer. It needs a man, a person, a spiritual soul to run it. Alright? Now, this last part is for the Niiji mindset. We want to talk about sovereignty today. And this is a wake-up call. Alright? And this is a wake-up call to all the people on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, who run around trying to tell people who they are. To my Niiji out there, nobody can tell you who you are. Nobody. So when people come, oh, you this, you that, you from Africa. I don't know if y'all got the memo yet, but everybody who's melanated is not from Africa. I am not African. You know. Beautiful continent. I love the melanin, but I'm from Tamerica, the Appalachia. You know, that's why it's so important to do your genealogy, do your ancestry, to know who you are, because then when people try to tell you who you are, you be like, you don't even know me. I don't know you. We never met. It's 8 billion people on this earth. There's no way you can try to tell me who I am based on my melanin. Melanin has become this colonization tool to kind of keep you in a box, to restrict you from people knowing who you truly are, especially here in America. And you can't tell me otherwise because it's too much evidence. It's way too much evidence for us to be caught and bamboozled. All right? So one thing I want to point out to you is that there's something called the United Nations Declarations of Rights of the Indigenous. And of the indigenous people. It's called UN DRIP. This is a self-identification, and it is a protected right, especially here in America. The government doesn't push this because they don't want you to self-identify. They want you to be under their thumb, for them to tell you who you are, especially if you got melanin. They're going to say, oh, you're black. Black is just a color. It's not a nationality. It doesn't really mean nothing. They want to put you in this box. And I've seen people say that black in the law dictionary means dead. It means you basically a slave to the government, and that they can do what they want to you. That's why they walk around and harass you on the streets, want to lock you up, want to do all of these things that make us feel like we don't belong on our own land. And that's the biggest trick, the biggest lie I feel in the world right now. If somebody would ask me, what is the biggest lie, the biggest misnomer, the biggest thing, the biggest secret in the world right now, is that the melanated people on Turtle Island, aka America, were already there. It's documented over and over and over and over and over and over again. So when I have, the Native Americans, the Mongolian descended, Asiatic melanin, can't box us in 100. They can't. So when I have them come on my post, because they tried it a couple days ago, I said, listen, your knowledge is outdated. So when you see these people trying, listen, ma'am, I seen you on the $5 Indian bill. You need to pipe down. Your knowledge is outdated, and I don't fall for that no more. Because see, what happened was last year, I kept seeing it on TikTok. The chief kept telling me, hey, we from here. And I'm like, what the And I'm like, it's just so confusing when you first hear it. I already know how it feels when you first hear it. You're like, what? I've been here. I ain't from Africa. You don't know nobody in Africa. If you from here, your genealogy will not trace you back to Africa. And that's where I started. I said, well, damn, if I'm not from, because I've been trying to find out where the fuck I'm at from Africa for the longest. I don't know nobody really there. None of my ancestors. Then I did my genealogy. I'm like, wait, my ancestors was here before y'all started being presidents. My ancestors was here before the schools was built. My ancestors was here before the first church. My ancestors was here. And it started to connect the dots. I said, holy shit, they lied. And then I read something with Walter Plecker. We talked about him a couple days ago, where he did the reclassification, banned us from calling ourselves Indian. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Don't be scared to talk about it. Stand up for who you are. You don't like it, keep strolling. He lied. And then he said in his letter, he said, oh my God, we figured it out after 4,000 years. He realized that they can do paper genocide. They were trying to reclassify us for so long, but it was too many of us. So they did paper genocide. That's why UN drip in 2010, I think Obama was in office. America was the last place to, join in with UN drip, so that people had a right to self-identify without the government forcing them to be a certain identity, right? My dad told me we are Cherokee. You are. Whatever your dad told you, you are. And the thing that I realized with our ancestors here, after I did my genealogy, you go back, it's like, okay, I have 4 grandparents. I got my mom, my dad, and their parents. That's 4. And then you go back to their parents, that's 8. Then you go back to their parents, that's 16. So all these people that I'm finding, none of them come from Africa. So where do you get the African from? It is just a way to get us us Niiji, into the school system, to trick the kids into thinking that they're African, because they don't learn that at home. They learn that at school, and it just becomes a generational curse. It becomes a generational curse where you think this way looks like a Native American, an Indian, but really they changed the name to Native American, and they got misleading information, and they try to come and attack you with the misleading information as if you don't know who you are, as if you can't self-identify. We don't need y'all to tell us who we are. We don't need help with that. When did we ever need help with identifying ourselves? Yes, there was tricks in the books, such as these alarming books called The Delectable Negro, where they were eating us and then going to church talking about in the name of the Lord. I'll wait. And then there was the book called How to Make a Negro Christian. I'll wait. And the last book is Despotism in America. And in this book, if you ever go research it, it's called The Slave System in America. And it talks about how they used Africa to trick the indigenous people into thinking they were slaves when they were really POWs. It go deep, guys. And it talk about how slavery was just an experiment. And right now, we're living in the results of this 400-year experiment. And the results is out. And it didn't work. I know they thought that it worked, but we still know who we are. They wanted to give us amnesia about who we are. They would never want a dentist like me to go through this school system. They want me to come out and follow the map. They wasn't expecting us to wake the hell up. Only the Most High knows the depth of it. Exactly. When I go back and I read the papal bulls and the popes from the 1300s talking about gathering all the souls on the earth and that the souls belong to us, it's just mind-boggling, guys. That's why nobody can ever come and say, no, we this, because I read too much shit. And I'm like, wow. And I'm an intuitive thinker. I have went deep into this. I read about Thanksgiving. I read about Christmas. And all the things that I'm finding is like, what the fuck? This have nothing to do with me. It's just impossible for me to have anything to do with anything Christopher Columbus said, anything the Pope got going on, anything these colonizers have going on, because, man, you used to eat my brain. Ugh. Now this hat look weird. You see what I'm saying? It's just disgusting. Alright, so Niiji, wake up. Your sovereignty is yours. Don't be arguing with these people on the internet about who you are. Don't argue with them. When they make those long comments, I don't argue. I hit that thumbs down button. Bye. Who do you are? You don't have a license to talk to me. You don't have a license to be on my page. You don't have a license to tell me who I am. So look into UN Drip. Know that word. It is self-identification and it is a protected right. You do not tell me who I am. Look into these books, The Delectable Negro, How to Make a Negro Christian, and Despotism in America. It's going to change your life. So much. It's going to change your life. Alright? Others hope you never wake up. They profit off you being asleep. They profit off you going to build their empire. That's why it's so good and so important that you get the anatomy of a dreamer versus the anatomy of someone who makes excuses. Because that's a colonized mindset. Oh, I can't be nothing. I can't break the curse. I can't be more than what I am right now. I got to listen to my boss. I got to go to work. No, you don't. Know who you are. Don't let nothing shake your spirit. Don't let nothing break your spirit. Because that is the goal. Christopher Columbus said, you know what? And he wrote this. This is his journal. He said, our goal is to break their spirit. How, boy? It ain't been broken. You thought you broke it, but you tried it. You tried it. He tried it. He thought that he was leaving some type of legacy that was going to live forever, and they going to lie and say he discovered something. He tried it. He tried it. All right? So create a clip. Wake up is an understatement, guys. People who want your spot are banking on you staying blind. They're banking on you staying under their thumb. But in the Niiji community, in the sovereign community, we are leaders. We are sounding the alarm. We can't be quiet. We leaders. You hear that? So be a leader in your life, of yourself, and don't let nobody try to identify you if they never met you. Don't let them pull up on your post and have a license to call you out and get you all bothered. Thumbs down, block. You don't have no right to be here. You ain't contributing nothing to my life. You're not going to help me break generational curses. You're trying to confuse me. You're trying to steal my spot, so why wouldn't you be mad? Why wouldn't you be mad? You know, the thing is, they talk about, oh, we was down, we was the first one. How? You know how hot Florida is, boy? Nothing but Indians down there. That's why they call it the Seminoles. Y'all can't go down there and do nothing in that hot-ass sun. You need what kind of skin? Melanin. If you don't have the melanin, you obviously wasn't there. You couldn't have been. It doesn't make sense, man. Just think about it, guys. Just think about the logical things that can help you connect the dots. Bump all the deep stuff. Just think about the logical things. Alright? So, we got a couple more minutes here. Drop those questions in the chat. Drop those comments in the chat. Thank you, Tone, for participating. And yeah, you're right. Only the Most High knows the next level, but the next level is not you staying where you are, staying stuck. Change your anatomy today. Get the anatomy of a dreamer, the anatomy of a Niiji, the anatomy of a sovereign person, the anatomy that allows you to control your future. You don't got to retire when you 70. Says who? What we waiting that long for? You are almost sick and old. Better enjoy your life now. So I fucking retired. Ooh, I just get so mad when I think about the history and the lies. But we not gonna go forward with anger, because when I first found this out, I was angry, like crying, angry, like what the. But now I'm able to be more calm and a leader. All right. So today we talked about a lot. We talked about oral cancer awareness. We gave you some motivation to help you elevate your dreams this week using the AI. And we talked about Niiji sovereignty. Check into UN Drip. Check into those books. And I would highly recommend a couple of our members, our tribe, read Despotism in America. DESPOTISM. Go download Perplexity app and ask it to find a PDF of this document. It's also on the Library of Congress, guys. I found this book on the Library of Congress in the government. Despotism in America. How slavery was an experiment. So don't let these people play in your face, man. They got all them books in the Library of Congress. Go try to use it. Go figure out what they hiding. And I don't even feel like they hiding. I feel like it's right in our face. We just don't read. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And right now, to be a leader, you must be a reader. And I'm not talking about that one book. I'm not talking about the book Christopher Columbus gave us. Go look at what book did Christopher Columbus give the Indians. Start with a B, end with an E. All right? Yeah, that book. So stop playing with us. So from teeth to truth, from hood to hooded, we're breaking generational curses. Reclaiming sovereignty. Sovereignty. And building consistency together as a tribe. The hood to hood tribe. So make sure you join the tribe today. Don't wait and watch from the sidelines. Make sure you're tapping in. Thank you, Tone, for tapping in. Hello, Elmo on TikTok. Thank you for tapping in. And I appreciate you guys. This is Dr. Chiefess Sunflower. We will be back for another live tomorrow at 8 a.m. Make sure you follow. Go hit that link in the bio wherever you're watching from and join our Discord and follow me on Twitch. Twitch is the main platform. If all else fails during this 365 days and you don't see me live on these other platforms, make sure you follow on Twitch. All right? And I appreciate it. So, yeah. Let's have a great Monday. Let's have a great week. I have to go get ready for my patient. We got an early morning today, and yeah. Peace, family. Peace, Tone. Thank you for being a part of the community. I really appreciate your commentary. It was very helpful, and I love engaging with the family. We're going to do 2 minutes of Q&A. I don't have too long for a Q&A today, but if you got any questions, drop it in the chat. Appreciate the live. That's what's up. We rocking like this every day, guys. 8 a.m. I appreciate the commentary, man. Seriously. You know, I'm trying to be this 365-day streamer and really build a community of Niiji who are positive and sharing and, you know, growing every single day. Sharing the business. If you got a Niiji business, share it in the group. Share it in the chat. When I say Niiji, I'm talking about my brother, my melanated brother. The people from Turtle Island. Talk about my ancestors. The ones who have been hidden. Alright? That's what I'm talking about when I say my Niiji. We winding down. I don't see no questions coming through the chat, but we definitely hit our goal of 2K on TikTok today. We had some engagement from all around. I will see you guys tomorrow. This is Dr. Cheapest Sunflower.